I believe love means...
I get butterflies when I see him.
I think love is more of a feeling.
He makes me happy because he makes me smile all the time.
How do you feel about a certain somebody?
Yeah, I'm in love with Gabby because she brings out the best in me.
I'm 17 years old.
I'm 15.
15 years old.
I'm 15.
Hi, my name is CJ, and this is my girlfriend,
Tia.
We go to Covent Park High School, and we're
Pregnant.
We had algebra together, and when I first met her, I was like, ew, she's this annoying black person that won't stop talking.
So it started about when I was a freshman, and I had class with her brother, but at the time I didn't know that she was her brother.
Well, we met almost a year ago, and from us just hanging out with each other, sort of grew attached to each other.
I chose CJ because he was a different person. He wasn't like any other males that just was with a female to have sex with her, or just to be with a female just to say, oh, I got a chick. He was somebody that actually made me feel special.
And it's something about her that makes me feel like I can be comfortable or just be myself.
You look at him, he looks like that person that you could get along with. He's funny. Like, you can tell right away. He's goofy. And he's goofy looking.
Back to the whole incident with her ex-boyfriend, it was like I was mad about it, but I knew that wasn't gonna be enough for me to just tell her like I'm completely done with you. It was like I just care about her that much.
Me and him were kind of hanging out, and it kind of ended real bad. And I kind of still had feelings for him, and he kind of didn't care.
When you do feel as if you love somebody, question it. Why do you love that person?
He told me he loved me first. I didn't see it coming. Like, I didn't know if it was for real or not, because usually boys, they say I love you after, like, you have sex with them and stuff.
It made me feel good, but at the time, I couldn't say it back. Not because I didn't care about her. It was like I was trying to make sure that's what I wanted. Like, I didn't want to say it and mess anything up. So it took me about another month or two before I was ready to say it back. But when I was ready, I really felt it, and it was truly genuine.
The thing that we cherish about our relationship is, I guess, our communication we have with one another. Like, we're able to talk to each other. If we have an argument, we could talk it out without having to yell at one another.
The fact that we can always act silly together and only get on each other's nerves 1 out of 10 times.
I like the friendship out of the relationship.
I'm not sure what I feel about my parents, about my mom being supportive and my dad not being supportive. Because that's kind of how it's always been. I grew up like that.
He used to be all out in the streets all the time. But now that I'm with him, I'm keeping him out of trouble, out of jail, getting caught by police, tagging, doing graffiti everywhere. Just staying home with me is just, he changed a little, yeah.
If I never would have met CJ, I think I would have been more of an asshole. Like, I'm still partly one now, but before I just did not care about anybody's feelings. I just cared about how I felt.
I would have been more out in the streets with my friends and with other guys. And then I would have never been pregnant if I would have never met him. So I am pretty glad that I met him, though.
This is a marriage. We is gonna be together until we is ghosts, and then when we is ghosts, we is gonna float.
Future with Mauricio is just like any other girl's dream, like a big house, like little kids, having pets, and getting married eventually, and me becoming a pharmacist and him just staying home with the kids and stuff.
Everybody has their different definition of love, because that person that they are in love with is going to make them feel different. from how anybody else feels. And you can't put a label on love, no matter how hard you try.
Be friends.
Yeah.
Understand each other. Y'all gotta sacrifice things for each other, you know, so there's no whining, there's no complaining, none of that, you know. Just some a little bit, you know, 'cause I understand. But communication, you gotta have to trust, you know, and just...
Not to listen to what other people have to say.
Yeah, not listen to what other people have to say, 'cause we know best. We know each other. Nobody else knows us like we know each other, you get me? And that's about it, man.
Be honest with each other. And just, like, be yourself. Like, don't try to act like you're somebody else, because then eventually you have to be yourself. And if they don't like you, then there was no point in it at all.
I would say have fun, but at the same time be careful. Like if you really want to look for someone that you love, like you said, have trust in each other, be open with each other, be able to talk to that person or whatever, and just try to be open 100%.
Being in love is one thing. Being young and in love is totally different. I know, and it's not easy. And watching myself makes me think if I really feel this way, or if I'm just being naive and young. Being a teen in love is pretty difficult, but knowing it's difficult and fighting that battle anyways is one of the hardest battles you could ever fight. And true love, no matter what age you are, is not for quitters.